Okay, so conducting like a horse health check is always very important. You can always do the vitals. You should do the vital signs, which I talked about in another unit. Yeah. And also behavior is a good one because if you know your horse really well and then they start acting even the tiniest bit off, it can be like an indicator of something huge. This is how he always acts. I've put a towel around his halter to kind of distract him a little bit because he's not the hugest fan of standing here. He misses his nice comfy stall. But yeah, when you go and give your horse a health check, it's always, you can make sure that they don't know you're there, so they're not like influenced by your presence and just, want to be up in you, and you just can observe them from a distance, like in their paddock, and just see, how they're acting by themselves or with other horses and see if there's anything different going on. Oh. You're such a baby. He's not even a baby. How old are you? 4? Well, that is me. You know what I mean. But yeah, again, when doing a health check, you're a bit cheeky, aren't you? It's good to always look over your entire horse and see, if there's any injuries, cuts or swelling, stuff like that. So when calling a veterinarian, a lot of people, I understand, they just call right away, just because, you get stressed, even if it's the smallest thing, you just, gotta get clarification. Hey, is this okay? Is my horse okay? Blah, blah, blah. But for more major things, such as a colic, honestly, there's so many, horse isn't eating, which is a sign of colic, horse can't breathe very well, horse won't get up, blah, blah, blah. Sweating when they shouldn't be, really cold, all that kind of stuff. You should definitely call a veterinarian, just to ensure that your horse is as healthy as possible. He really likes to chew on this. I won't let it get too deep in his throat so he doesn't choke. Your horse is choking. Also call a vet, because they cannot throw up. But yeah, so once the veterinarian is on site, it's always different with every veterinarian in every case, and how the horse is. But you should always try to help, and ask them, hey, can I get you anything? Can I hold anything? Do you want me to do anything to help? And blah, blah, blah. And if they say no, just stay out of their way and just kind of observe and learn, so you can gain some more knowledge about your little pony. You're such a little cheeky one. But yeah, so, and same with farriers and such. Sometimes they don't always want help, sometimes they do, and it always depends, how they're feeling that day. If they're really tired, if they want extra help, and if this is a really stressful situation, your horse is about to die, which I hope it's not, and they just need to focus and get something done really quickly. But so you just always want to communicate, and don't be afraid to ask any questions. He's scratching his booty. So enjoy Maverick scratching his butt while I talk about records. So when keeping your records up to date, it's very important. Honestly, maybe weekly or monthly, just go through all of them, all the records, and make sure they're all organized. And if anything is out of date, update it. Or if the horse galloping in the field, how lovely. If the horse, in question, if you have some records, say of a horse named Rudy or Paul or whatever, and that horse is no longer there, it's good to, find whoever owns that horse now and give them those records so they have any previous record of any illnesses or injuries or stuff given to the horse, if they don't already have that. Dear Maverick. You're such a little weirdo. He's like, give me that towel. Give me that towel. Forgot what I was doing from there. So when it comes to maintaining records, that's always very important. what's the word? On your computer. I forgot the word I was going to use. Either on your computer or, in a filing cabinet. Both have its pros and cons. Cons for the filing cabinet, it could get wet. All the paper could get wet and ruined. On your computer, you could accidentally delete it. We've all been there. But both ways of keeping files they're really good. And they both kind of allow for easy access if it's an emergency. I don't know of any other ways to keep files or records and such. But I think that's, what I would do. Really enjoying this towel.